Yeah, so for the part 2 of our paint, remember that what we want actually is something like this. This is what we want. Oh, not this, right? This is what we want, so that it can move around. We want these things to be animated. So because we want an animation, we are going to use single trigger provider mixing, right? Now let's do late animation. Let's make it double and we'll call it animation, right? Then let's do a late animation controller. So we are going to call it a controller, right? This is just the initial setup. Now we are going to initialize. In our init state, we'll do that controller is equal to animation controller, this, right? Let's say the duration is going to be duration, seconds should be, let's give it 3 seconds, right? Good. So we'll now do our animation, and we'll say that animation is equal to twin animation. It's going to be double. It's going to be, the begin will be 0, the end is going to be 1, because we want it to be going between 1 and 0. Dot animate, and we are animating our hair. So after this, we can just say dot repeat, just so the thing repeats itself. So if I run, okay, now here let me dispose. Don't forget to dispose. So we'll do, the only thing we need to dispose is our animation controller. So we'll do controller.dispose, right? So if I restart and go to Earth Moon, it's still the same thing. The only difference here is that if I print my animation.value, you're going to see that it is constantly being printed, right? The value is changed every time, and that's what we are going to use in our paint. So right, we are going to pass this animation down, right? And then here we are going to create our constructor. So we are going to have a final animation, an animation object, and we'll call it animation, right? Then the planetary system here will just be it just be this dot animation, right? So we have using dependency injection, we've injected this animation object to this particular place, right? So there are certain things we need to understand. If you study your maths very well, you will know that if this is the x plane and the y plane, the Cartesian place, the Cartesian plane, you have your cos, and you have your sine. That's your sine. So if you have something, an object somewhere here, you can find the corresponding, since you know the angle here, you can find this position using cos theta and sin theta. Don't worry, I will explain it in code. So to clean up things, let's just make a final center y, or rather let's do x. So this is going to be size dot width over 2, right? Good. Let's do our center y, that is the center of our height. That's the center of our canvas. Remember, if this is your canvas, the center of the canvas is here, and that is half of the width and half of the height. That will give you the center. So I just want to, so instead of having all these here, so I can just do center X and center Y, right? I can just be doing this everywhere. So here the same thing, center X, center Y. Good. So anywhere I have such things, I can easily replace it with, if I do Control F, I can replace with this with center X, right? And then anywhere I have, okay, apart from here, this will remain size or width over 2. Okay, then anywhere I have height, I can easily replace it with center Y, right? Aside from this place where I have size dot height over 2. Good. So doing this now, I'm cleaning up some things. Then the angle of our animation, let's also make it a final angle, and it's going to be equal to animation dot value times 2 pi, that is 360, 2 times math dot pi. Okay, that's, we are going to do the value of the animation. Remember that this animation is moving between 0, remember, where is it? It's going between 0 and 1, just 0 and 1. So doing this, we are just simply saying from 0 to 1. So 360 being the highest times 1 is 360. Then any other thing in between is values below 360. So that's just, okay, I'm not going to make use of this anymore. I'm already using my pi. So this is the angle of rotation. So let's make our final X, which is the our position X is going to be center X plus math dot cos angle. Remember, that's why we did the angle, times, what are we going to multiply this with? We are doing center X plus math dot cos angle times the width. Let's just go size dot width over 2 minus 30. Remember, we need to subtract 30 from this our rotation, right? We need to subtract 30 from this our location, this our rotation. Don't worry, everything will play out very nice. So let's do our Y. This is going to be center Y, math dot cos, here will now be sine, it will be sine angle, the height. Good. So doing this now, we have our X axis and Y axis. Now to demonstrate, let me just replace here with X comma Y. Okay, not here, rather, not here. Let me go back again and come in. I need to replace my earth part, my moon part, with S comma Y, right? It seems like these values are not printed. Why is it not? It's supposed to, well, let me see, maybe this repetition is not working. Let me see. Let's see. Controller dot repeat. We want this thing to repeat, yeah? Let me restart. So if we enter here, something is not right. What is missing? It's supposed to be, right, we need to be certain state so that we'll see the, right. I forgot something very, very important. When this happens, we need to add listener, and then we'll set state, right? So let's try again. Good, beautiful. Beautiful, very, very beautiful. See how smoothly that one is moving. So we want that means this thing is correct. Instead of doing this, I can still do dot to repeat, right? I can do these two things. Let's go back and come in again. Right, beautiful, 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 beautiful. So I can repeat, right? So here too, we want our earth to join in the movement. So remember, this is our earth. So we'll make here x comma y too. So our earth is going to join in the rotation. But we cannot make our moon x comma y, right? We cannot make our moon x comma y. If we make our moon x comma y, everything will be here. But instead, we want to have a different path for our moon, right? So let's move this thing here. Let's say moon x and then moon y, right? So let's change it here to moon x and what? Moon y. Good, beautiful. So we need to tweak this value. Now the reason why this thing is joining like this is because we did this our offset. So if we remove this offset, you will see that our moon will move exactly as our as we expect. That's this video. It will move exactly in like this video. The only thing is faster, which is okay if you want our moon to be faster. So we won't use single ticker provider mixing. We will use ticker provider mixing, and then we will have two animations. It's not necessary. Let's just leave it. So you get the idea now. So with this now, you have your animation, okay, and you see how smoothly everything is working, right? Very beautiful. Oh, something is missing. I just realized that our moon is just going round. It is not rotating around. You see, this one is rotating around the earth. This is rotating around the earth, right? But our moon is not rotating around the earth. So we need to fix that. Well, what I would do is, I didn't realize that at first, but I'm going to try to fix that. Let me see how I'll fix that. Now we need our, if it gets very long, I will cut the video and then the updates, because I cannot pause this, but then the updates for the code will be on the GitHub repo. But I will just try to fix it here. So we have our center. So it's just following this center, right? We don't want it to follow this center. We want it to follow the center of our x. So if we want it to follow the center of our x and our y, something is off. We just want to go 30. Yeah, it seems like it is working. I think it is working. I'm confused. Is it working? I think the reason why it is like this is because, well, let's look at this again. Is my eye deceiving me? So this one is moving around. You see, it's moving around the earth. It's moving round and round the air, but this one, it is not. It is moving around the air, but it is just the same pace. So that's why we need to make this a ticker provider state mixing, right? So it means now that we're going to have another controller for our moon and another animation. Let's say animation 2 controller 2. Good. So the same thing, we'll have another controller. This will be 2. This is going to be 2, right? But this one will be in milliseconds. and it will be 500, right? So it will be faster. Good. So it means here that we'll have, instead of doing this thing like this, I would prefer we do something like this: required this the animation. So we'll do the second animation too, right? We'll do required this dot animation too, right? So we'll have here the animation, and then we'll have animation 2, the animation 2, right? Okay, I knew this would happen. Let's just restart. We'll go inside here. We'll need to change, so our angle is just going to be the same thing. So let's say angle 2, this one is animation 2, right? So for here we'll have angle 2 and angle 2, right? Let's see how it goes. I did not dispose. Let me dispose my controller 2. Okay, let's give it another try. I'll restart. So we enter here. It's not faster. It is not faster. Why is it not faster? Milliseconds. It's just moving at the same rate. Did I do something wrong? Oh, this should be controller 2. This should be controller 2. Let's see. Animation 2, controller 2. Right. Good. Beautiful. Beautiful. Very, very beautiful. But I think that is too fast. Let's make it 700. Just so that the thing will calm down a bit. Beautiful. So the reason why it was giving us that animation, the reason why it was not so beautiful was because they were moving at the same rate. So but the moment the second animation became faster, right? The moment it became faster, you can see is exactly what we want to achieve. Beautiful, beautiful. Right, so this is it. This code is going to be available on GitHub. Now if you go to the GitHub, you will see a lot of other animation, other paints I did. Some are not paint, some are paint. So you can fork this repo, and these are some of them. Very beautiful, just random stuff that I create. So you can just go through it and see how beautiful custom paint is. I hate having problems in my code, so I'm going to just remove this because I don't really need it. Do I? No, I don't. So it's just to remove unnecessary container, right? So I have everything fixed, right? Everything is going fine. So if I enter the sun, earth, moon, right? Moon. Oh, this should be all right, I did mistake. This should be sun, earth, moon, right? That's what it should be. Sun, earth, moon, so that it will come under spiral image, right? I like to keep things organized, so let's just copy this, Control S. It will come under spiral image. So where is the spiral image? Right here. So I'll put it here. So the sun, earth, moon will be here, right? Beautiful. So I'm going to end this now. I think I've done a great job. If you want to subscribe, if you want to like this video, you're free to. I just do it for fun, right? I just do it for fun. But then you can just subscribe to the channel. You can like, you can comment. If there are other beautiful animation you want me to try out in future, you can also drop it, and if I have the chance, I can take a look at it and see how we can create it. Thank you guys. Have a nice day.